Hello, my name is Tansy Dowman and I am an accredited life coach and a certified forest bathing and natural mindfulness guide. And I wanted to share with you kind of the journey of how it came that I ended up being so connected with nature, in fact so much that I've made a career out of it. I mean, all of my work now is about being in nature, walking alongside people to support them on their journey of well-being and personal growth. But it was really my own personal journey with nature and with personal growth that has really sort of begun that journey for me to see where I am today. So about 8 years ago, it must be sort of 2015, 2016, I was really going through a difficult time. My husband had been diagnosed with a very rare illness, and it was a complete and utter shock, and I had been supporting him through that journey. He had to have very extensive surgery, and there was a lot of aftercare procedures that he had to go through. It's completely, knocked us for six. And then not long after that, we were married, and then I had my first child. And we were sort of trying to kind of come up out of that, feeling like this is a new phase for us. And then I think when my son was 18 months old, we received the devastating news that my mother-in-law had been diagnosed with terminal cancer. So as you can imagine, it just felt like I was, having things constantly thrown at me, while also trying to navigate being a mother as well, and with all of the challenges that come with that. And I was, in a really challenging place. And I started to very instinctively and intuitively go out for these kind of quiet, slow walks. Now, I do have a dog, and so she was definitely, a motivator to get me outside. And I knew that going outside for a walk would make me feel better. But I really started to slow down on those walks. It became a kind of sacred time for myself where I could really calm everything down. I mean, the tornado of thoughts that were going around in my mind, the anxiety, the sadness, the grief that I was experiencing, all just completely churning all of the time. And stepping into nature was just a magical way to calm all of that down. And so I began to be more intentional with that, really knowing that it was good for me, and going out and slowing down and noticing nature. And then it just kind of shifted a gear into this magical experience, in the slowing down and in the ability for myself to be calm and to be present with myself. I was able to notice so much more about Mother Nature around me, the details and the sounds and the plants and the smells. And I just began to kind of delve in deeper. It really activated a kind of inner child, I guess, feeling for me, because I was experiencing feelings of fascination and wonder and awe, those feelings that, as we become adults, we lose touch with those feelings. And then it went one step further, as I began to be so fascinated by nature and realizing that while I was going on at home, while all of this craziness was going on in my life, all the while nature was always there around me, doing her thing, working together, all of the insects, all of the plants playing their part in this huge web of life what we have on planet Earth, this huge, diverse, bustling, amazing planet that we live on. And I suddenly realized, that I am nature too. I'm not separate from the rest of nature. I am a species of nature. And it kind of made me realize, I guess, just how vastly separated we are as a species from the rest of nature. I say now that it's like as humans, we're like wayward teenagers. We've decided that we want to go off on our own and go off on a path, and as a species, we're taking big risks, aren't we? We're damaging the planet, and we're not living in alignment with nature, and that's having a devastating impact on our individual health, but our collective health as well. So realizing that I am nature, that I belong in this place of nature had a profound effect on me, a deep sense of belonging and understanding who I really am and what my purpose is here on the planet. And belonging for me is something that I've battled with for a long time, actually, that feeling of wanting to fit in. And I guess in a way, those things that I went through with my husband and becoming a mother and then, you know, the sad, devastating journey with my mother-in-law, they were all things that kind of gave me a chance, I guess, something to fulfill, something that was missing in me, maybe to rescue other people, to feel like I was needed or feel like I fitted in. And then I had another revelation recently in January 2021 that made me realize just why nature had such a magnificent and powerful effect on me. And through a journey of uncovering my truth, uncovering my needs, and unmasking my own struggles and my own battles with my mental health and identity, I was diagnosed in January 2021 with ADHD. And my goodness, have I been able to understand myself so much more, and also again to understand how integral and important nature is to my physical, mental, spiritual health. You know, that there is a medicine out there for me, especially having ADHD now that the mist has cleared, the mask is off, and I can be honest about who I am, honest about my struggles. And I'm just so utterly grateful that I went on a journey into nature and intuitively found nature to begin with as a support to help me through dark times, but also as a constant supply of medicine and nourishment and support to help me to keep being my truthful self, to keep coming back to the truth of who I am without the fear of judgment and expectation and layers of social constructs that we see in the human world. That in nature I can simply be, and I can simply be me. So yeah, that's a short synopsis of my journey. Yeah, my advice to you is go out into nature and slow down and notice and connect and see what it has for you and your journey. Thank you.